This guide, Listening and Speaking with a Partner, describes a 10-minute exercise that you can do with a partner. So before we even begin, just notice if you've been aware so far today. What's going on up in your head? Are you aware of your thoughts, and are you bringing kind awareness to your thoughts? What's going on in your heart, your emotions? And then what about the body itself? Notice if there's any sensation in the body that you're already experiencing, and if you're connecting the sensation to any emotions, or if any emotions are present. And perhaps reflect for a moment on why you chose this topic. What are your expectations? And do you have any positive or negative stories that you're already telling you about the topic? Remember that many others feel the same way that you do, and remember also that your feelings might change. And then be aware that the benefits of this listening and speaking exercise will, of course, be most beneficial if we can apply what we've learned here to our daily life outside of the exercise. So, listening and speaking with a partner. This is a dedicated listening exercise that requires a partner. Ask a friend or a loved one to join you for 10 minutes of practice. And this person could be a complete beginner to mindfulness, or perhaps they have a practice of their own, but it doesn't matter. In this exercise, both of you will be working with the practice of listening mindfully. So this should be someone that you trust, someone who you can be a little vulnerable with, right? And then the partner who's in the role of listening should listen attentively. A clear mind with no judgment. Simply listening. So try to be present with the experience of listening, and let go of the need to respond. A lot of times as we're listening, we're not fully immersed in the experience because we're thinking about what we're going to say next, right? This exercise is about allowing ourselves to be completely present, mindfully listening. So while listening, retain awareness of your own experience. For example, notice if you're preparing something to say. Take awareness of your own experience as you take in the words the other person is saying. And then when you're speaking, practice mindful speech. Be honest. Allow yourself to be vulnerable, to speak the truth, and observe the words you're saying as you are saying them. It's helpful to sit down at eye level with your partner, and we'll choose one person to speak first while the other listens. So the way this works is you'll set a timer for 4 minutes. The person who speaks first will begin talking about any goals and intentions they have. It can begin with goals for the day, goals for their loved ones, goals for their future, and so on. Just allow one person to mindfully speak while the other person mindfully listens. And then when the timer goes off, switch roles. So no chit-chat in between, no reviewing just what happened, just switch roles. The second person now talks about their goals and intentions, while the other person practices mindful listening. And then, after both of you have done your mindful speaking, 4 minutes each, we can spend a few minutes conversing and reviewing. Topics to consider are: how was the practice? What did it feel like to just sit and listen? Was it difficult not to respond? And then what did it feel like to know that you had the space So to simply speak, to mindfully talk. So that's that 10-minute exercise. Try it with a friend, with a loved one. Try it in an office setting, at work or at home. And then as you move about your day, see if you can take what you've learned from this exercise and apply it to both your speaking and your listening in every moment.